Hi all, how you doing tonight? Rob here. What I thought I'd do in this video is make a video on tips on how to store your baseball cards, because people have all different ideas and suggestions, so just take them for what they're worth. I'm going to go through a few tips. You can see my binders there on the right, my higher end cards, and some comments that I'm going to show you, for example, in the center, and some penny sleeves in the front. So let's get started. I'm going to move this camera carefully over to the collection and show you what I got going on here. So the first tip is to leave enough room to move the cards, right? Here's some comments here, 2016, make it flexible just so you can move it back and forth and you can see what's in there. Leave enough room. This is a 5,000 storage, 5,000 card storage box, by the way. Seems to be working for me. And especially with the higher end cards, these are my higher end cards here, and this side as well. You want to leave enough room to be able to move the cards. Second tip is to use penny sleeves. Penny sleeves, you can get them for $100 for $1. And top loaders. Top loaders are the easiest to move in boxes. Top loaders, I find, are very, you can move them back and forth without any problem. Careful of, this is what happened. Now let me show you. In the 80s, when I was collecting, I bought a Ken Griffey Jr. It's still in there and it's in very good condition, but don't want to use these things because they don't fit easily into boxes. And they're not the best for the cards. Here's a 69 Rod Carew. But that's just 4 examples of cards that I have that I'm going to keep in there for sentimental purposes, but use the top loaders. They're much easier to store. Or the PSA graded things also fit into these boxes nicely. So that's another tip there. Divide by price, higher end and mid end one section, lower in another. So I have my high to mid end cards right here. These are the 2017 to 2014. These are 80s back on to 1950s. So I have my 1950s high-end, 1960s high-end, 1970s high-end, and so forth. So I want to keep those over there. And then my binders over here are for, semi-stars and cards. I'd say they're between $1/4 and $1 or $1.50. Once you reach $1.50 to $2, I put them in here. So that's the next tip there. And divide the binders also. If you're making a binder, divide it by years. Like here's my 1990s binder, my 1980s binder, my 1970s, my 1960s binder. And here's my modern 2017 through 2014, and 2000 to 2014 is below that. So, and then let me use this one. Here's some examples, commons of what I do is with my common and semi-stars, I divide them up into teams, and that's helpful in case someone's looking for an Orioles player. You can go right to the Orioles and see where it is. I put them in alphabetical order by the name of the city, so Diamondbacks, Braves, Orioles, Red Sox, so on. Next tip is to use relatively thin cardboard to label these things, because you want to be able to put the top on afterwards. So use relatively thin cardboard that, like this one, you can bend. It'll bend down easily. It won't ruin the cards, and it'll really help. So the last tip is to remember, if you have thick cards, to buy thick card sleeves cases for penny sleeves, and also for top loaders. You want thick top loaders. You don't want to be cramming in cards into anywhere. So that's just some tips on how to store and collect cards. I hope you guys enjoy this video. As always, like and subscribe, and there's more to come. Thanks. Bye.